Michael, who do you work for?
Mr. President, I work for Politico.com.
Pardon me? Politico.com.
Yes, sir.
You want a moment to explain to the American people exactly what...
Absolutely, Mr. President. Introducing the Politico, the first true multi-platform news source catering to the needs of the 24-hour political news consumer. In print, on the web, on the radio, on TV, multiple political news outlets. But for the first time, sharing the same DNA. The Politico is built on news of the day from Capitol Hill and in-depth features illuminating the stories behind the headlines. The Politico sheds light on the nexus between lawmakers and lobbyists. The Politico introduces the newsmakers on Capitol Hill, as well as stars behind the scenes, advancing legislation and candidate causes. The Politico takes you on the presidential campaign trail, keeping close tabs on those seeking the Oval Office. The Politico focuses on Capitol Hill's lighter side, featuring the hottest restaurants, the trendiest night spots, and the best entertainment in Washington. And the Politico offers the most impressive lineup of outside contributors, commenting on the news of the day. Powered by Washington-based All Britain Communications, the Politico's goal is to cover Washington politics more thoroughly than has ever been done in history, providing political news in whatever form, whatever and wherever the consumer wants it. At the helm of this web-based one-stop news shop are Washington Post veterans John Harris and Jim Vandehei.
Politico got started because Jim Vandehei and I had spent a career in this business, and we felt there was an opportunity to start something truly new and different when it came to the subject we love, which is political journalism.
Like, no longer do you have to be attached to a big institution to be able to have echo in your news, to have a lot of people either listening to it or reading about it. Because of the internet, people are linking to stories, and networks are seeing stories that they would not have seen 10 or 15 years ago.
The Politico is challenging traditional media for dominance in national political coverage with some of the old school's brightest stars. Hiring the most interesting and revelatory A-list reporters from America's premier publications, helping bring to life the nation's most important stories.
We're political junkies. We're people who really love politics, but also have a huge interest and I think expertise in government and politics, the White House, Congress, and bringing those together and then bringing politics to life for the reader.
And while other traditional news organizations are cutting back on resources and their commitment to political journalism, the Politico is investing heavily in the next generation of journalists.
Look, at lots of news organizations, there's incredible fear. People are afraid of the future. We are not. We think there is a huge audience for serious, excellent political journalism, and we intend to provide that audience what they're looking for.
The Politico boasts the best political reporting team in the nation, the right people who can break news on a regular basis and deliver the news the way people want it, fast, fair, and first.
Politics is fun. We want people to come here and enjoy reading about politics.
Using every medium possible, the Politico pulls back the curtain on political stories, narrowing the gap between reporters and their audience.
Politico is a news organization that's going to exist in several spaces all at once.
In print.
We're going to have a paper up on Capitol Hill that we feel is going to be the must-read for everybody up there.
With more than 25,000 copies per issue since day one, the largest distribution of any Capitol Hill paper, the Politico has already achieved elite status in the corridors of power, counting many influential opinion leaders among its faithful readers.
My name is Dennis Kucinich, and I'm a Politico.
I'm Bob Schieffer, and I am a Politico.
I am a Politico.
I'm Stephanie Herseth, and I'm a Politico.
And as they go about their busy days, the Politico goes with them, in their hands, on their desks, in the committee rooms, everywhere.
I am a Politico.
I'm Ray LaHood, and I'm a Politico.
Hi, I'm Lacey Clay, and I'm a Politico.
I'm Lindsey Graham from South Carolina, and I'm a hopeless Politico.
The Politico is hand-delivered to congressional offices, the White House, the Supreme Court, the Pentagon, federal departments, media outlets, lobbyists, PR firms, think tanks, and various influential associations. The paper is also distributed free of charge at 100 strategically located news boxes.
On the web.
Most people, of course, are going to get us through the website, Politico.com.
A video-rich portal with a complete team of dedicated editors and producers, Politico.com is well on its way to becoming the top news destination for the nation's opinion-leading elite.
People who care about this subject as much as we do are going to want to come here often because they know that every several hours there's going to be something new, something that's going to take them inside the process.
Politico.com has delivered from day one with well over 1 million page views and 515,000 unique visitors per week. And with more than 5,000 registered users its first week alone, it is the go-to site for Washington's decision makers.
On the radio.
We're going to come with people through radio, where we're going to have regular appearances of our reporters telling people what they know.
Politico editors and reporters will be featured locally on WTOP radio, as well as nationally across the CBS radio network.
On TV.
We're going to be on television with our own Politico TV show that will be air in the Washington area and maybe ultimately beyond that.
Featuring live interviews with members of Congress and other insiders, informed topical analysis, and highly produced segments, Politico TV is destined to redefine inside the Beltway television programs. Politico TV will air locally on News Channel 8, as well as via streaming video on Politico.com, and will be viewed by influential opinion leaders in Washington and beyond. In addition, Politico staffers will be featured regularly on national political talk shows on the major networks and cable news channels. The internet is changing journalism, and the Politico is at the forefront of this new vision of political reporting, targeting these politically active opinion leaders in positions of power. Our aim, ultimately, is to have interesting things to say in the daily conversation about politics in Washington, and for a large audience of politically minded people outside the Beltway.
It's a serious site where like-minded people who are interested in politics, are interested in government, are interested in the consequence of elections, that they can come and converse. And I think that would be, to us, creating the ESPN of politics, the ultimate place to go.
Read it, watch it, hear it, click it. The Politico.